Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Delightfully Chaotic. I am Tamara. Thank you for joining me. So, yeah, I don't really know how I'm going to be doing these episodes going forward. I don't know if I should do once a week or every other week. I think every other week would be best because sometimes I just don't have anything to talk about. But I have a few things that I want to talk about this week. It's just Sunday night and just chilling, had a relaxing day. My weekend was pretty good. I went to an African food festival with my mother on Saturday. It was literally down the street, like walking distance. And had I not gone with her, I would have walked, but literally walking distance from my house. Love that for us. She has like joint pain, so I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not gonna let her make her walk to the park down the street. But it was cool. We got there kind of early. It started at 12. We got there like around 1:30ish or 1 something. And we left like around maybe 4. We spent a good amount of time there. It was hot as hell. But we had our chairs and we were just sitting out and eating and just enjoying the day. Very, very hot though. I like festivals. I like food festivals. I don't know if I mentioned that. The last one I went to was an Asian food festival, and that was in June, I believe. The Asian food festival did what it needed to do. I enjoyed it. It was fine. Almost all of the vendors there were Asian vendors, Asian food vendors. This food festival, it was Taste of Africa, but there were like maybe, I want to say they were about, if I had to guess, maybe 10 or maybe 15-ish, no more than 20 food vendors. And I want to say not even half of those were African food. You had about 2 or 3 lemonade stands, of course, and the lemonade is good. Can't beat a 32-ounce $8 cup of lemonade on a hot day. So I did have one. It was so good. It was hibiscus and ginger. I want to try to make that. I'm actually going to try to make it this weekend. I'm going to go to the Asian market, get some hibiscus and I don't know, maybe fresh ginger. It was so good. Of course, they had a lot of sugar in it. I saw her like dumping the sugar in it, so I'm gonna try to do an alternate for the sugar, maybe agave or maple syrup. Anyway, yes, there were like not that many African food vendors. There was probably about 4 or 5. And I just feel like, and they were fine. I guess the food was fine. Some of the vendors were a little expensive. There were like 2 or 3 Jamaican food vendors. I'm like, it's African. It's an African food. Why are we allowing Jamaican food vendors to come here? It's African taste of Africa. I just feel like if you have a themed festival that's specific like that, there should be a minimum amount of vendors that you would require to even have the damn festival. A minimum amount of vendors that are directly aligned with the theme, and then maybe have a handful of other vendors. Of course, you're going to have the lemonade stands, and the other vendors were there too, like actually selling like goods and things like that. So the goods and like I guess the market was on the other side, and then the food was on another side. But I just feel like, why is there only 4 or 5 vendors here that are selling like African food? I don't understand that. I just don't understand it. Like, don't even have a festival if that's the case. Like, at least half of the vendors need to be African food, selling African food. And then the vendors, some of the vendors didn't even have the prices. So you have to keep on asking, how much is this? How much is that? And if it's not a price that you want to pay, it's awkward. Like, okay, that's all. Just put your prices out there. This nigga, one of the people that was at one of the stands, they have these really nice menus. So you're listing the food that you are selling. There's no prices on the menus. I hate that. I want to know how much things are. I don't want to have to keep on asking you how much things are. And I feel like they do that because they probably change the prices throughout the day or whatever. But like, why do I have to ask you? And so this guy pulls out his phone and he brings up a menu with the prices on it. I don't know if it's current or not. I guess it was, since he was showing it to me. And I took a screenshot of it, but I'm thinking, why not have the prices on this nice, big, huge flyer or board that you have with the stand, what do you call them damn things? The sign, the stands on it. Like you have your menu on there. Put the fucking prices on it. Okay, so that was yesterday. It was nice. It's always a good time to spend time with family. My mom, she enjoyed herself. She loves watching people like visit Africa, like different countries in Africa and things like that. If you go to her YouTube, her algorithm is nothing but Africa, Africa, different countries in Asia. Like she loves watching people like vlogging, going up to those other countries and eating the different foods. So she's very familiar with the different foods and things. And we joke with her because we're like, this is the closest you're ever going to get to Africa, because she's not getting on nobody plane, let alone for 20 something hours. It's just not happening. So, yeah, it was nice. I need y'all to do better with these damn festivals though. Like if you're a person who has a food truck or you're whatever, please be that person that has the common sense to put your prices on the signs. Like you're at a food festival, where are your prices? And then a lot of the vendors, because honestly there's only one African restaurant that we're aware of that we've gone to, and it's really not that great. It's the only one that I'm aware of in Orlando. Like if you Google African restaurants, that's the only one that comes up. But mind you, there were, like I said, 4 or 5 African food vendors out there. So where y'all selling y'all food at? And then I'm going to y'all Instagram. I don't see no address for y'all locations. Y'all just coming out here like, I think one of them was a caterer. Okay, but where are you? Are you selling fruit from your house? Like, because we wanted to be able to go to these places some other time. Where is your address? Where's your location? It's like, how can you be a business owner and you're not doing the bare fucking minimum of having an address on your Instagram page? A phone, like a phone number, an address. You just out here selling shit. What if I wanted to go to your restaurant and so yeah, that was yesterday. That was yesterday. Today is Sunday and I had a really relaxing day. It's almost 8:30 Sunday night, and just relaxing and working on some content. Yeah. Anyway, enough about my weekend. Let's get into some. Oh, actually, I wanted to say, because the last episode I was kind of like complaining about how I had my cycle and I was just really knocked off my square. And this week and I think last week as well, I just really been like zoned in. I've been working out consistently. I feel a lot better. I'm bracing myself for this month, for this month cycle. I'm really praying that it doesn't knock me out like last time, because I don't want to have another whole week of not working out. Like that, you really just lose your momentum. So I've been taking the iron pills, and we'll see what happens for next week, y'all. What else? I'm ready for fall. Fall, I believe, is on the 23rd. My birthday's the 22nd of September. So I'm ready to, just for the cooler weather. Of course, my birthday. I always take 2 weeks, my 2 weeks vacation on or around my birthday. So that actual day, the 22nd, is the first day of my 2 week vacation. I cannot wait. I have a lot of fun, nice things. Fun and nice things. Girl, what? I have a lot of, just things that I want to do and just fill my time. I don't want to just waste my vacation. I really want to be intentional with the things that I do and the way I spend my time. And I'm just really excited for the next few weeks. Anyway, though, let's get into this mess. So Tabitha Brown, I love me some Tabitha Brown, honey. I really, really love her down. She's in hot water again, not for the Target debacle, but because she went online about a week or so ago, and she always drops these really nice, like maybe 5 minute little messages and to people, and a lot of people in the comments, oh my God, this resonated and you're talking to me. And she really does have a gift. Like she has even said it herself that she has a gift. She's a seer. She's someone who, she's a sensitive, I don't know if she would call herself a medium, I don't know, but she seems to have a really close and like really close, I guess, relationship with God, and she can see things and sense things, and she seems to be maybe be a clairvoyant. I don't know if that's the right description, But she went online and, that's what she normally does. She was basically saying, and it kind of sounded like she was talking to someone specifically, like a family member or a close friend. But she was basically saying, hey, I see you. I see that you're an entrepreneur. To all the entrepreneurs out there, it's okay to have a 9 to 5. If you're an entrepreneur, it's okay. Like you've been an entrepreneur for X amount of years and things just aren't working and you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. And it's okay to just take a step back and just get a 9 to 5 job while you're working on your goals. It's okay to get a job. And people were really mad at her for saying this. People were really mad at her for saying this common sense fucking thing that anybody with a brain would think that's a pretty logical thing to say and do. Like, yeah, entrepreneur, unless you're at a point to where she is in her career and in her business and in her ventures, to where she's worked from the bottom up. She's driven Uber while she's working on her goals. Her husband was working and support and helping support her, and then she became successful. She was able to retire her husband, so they both have been like lifting each other up when the other person was down or whatever. Like, that's, she talks about it all the time, about how she did all these different odd jobs and she wanted to be an actress and she had all these different goals. I don't think that the TikTok or social media thing was in the stars for her until her daughter introduced her to it, which ended up opening all these doors for her. So I think a lot of people were offended because here she is, this uber famous, uber successful woman who is in a whole different tax bracket than she was in 7-8 years ago. People, I guess, found it to be maybe condescending. A lot of people didn't like the tone that she used, but I don't, a lot of y'all, there's nothing wrong with what she said, in my opinion. I don't think her tone was any kind of way. Again, I think that she was talking to someone like she knew in real life. Maybe if she was, that's messy as hell. But or maybe God put it on her heart to tell someone that. So if you're upset about someone telling you to get a damn job instead of being this entrepreneur with a failing business, then you're an idiot. You're stupid, because common sense, she doesn't have to tell you that. Common sense would tell you that if you're calling yourself being an entrepreneur and you don't want to get an actual ass job, first of all, how are you funding your business? How are you buying whatever, like, what's your overhead looking like how are you even funding your business without any money coming in from this business? How are you even staying afloat? It's okay to have a 9 to 5 job. It's totally okay. I've been working 9 to 5 jobs since I was 14. I've been working since 14. Do I want to work a 9 to 5 job? Absolutely the fuck not. I hate working for people. I hate begging for time off. I hate having a manager. I hate having coworkers. I hate the commute. I hate swiping my badge. I hate holding the door for people. I hate the whole idea of having a job. But you have to have a job. You have to take care of yourself. You have to pay bills. Do you want to keep on borrowing money from people? like she said, robbing Peter to pay Paul? Like, why do all that when you can just work a 9 to 5 and use that money to fund your business and your goals? I have a t-shirt business that I'm really, I'm manifesting it, just finally getting off the ground. I've been working on it for 8 years and I get orders, sporadically. It could be better, but I'm working towards that. I'm not going to quit my damn job to do it full time. Are you out of your mind? Because how am I getting any money to pay for the electricity that I'm going to use to actually make the damn shirts and all? Like, and I think a lot of people who she's talking about, who these entrepreneurs who just refuse to work a 9 to 5, they probably have a support system that's looking at them crazy right now. Like, she ain't never lied. They probably have a support system. They probably have a husband or a wife or a sister, brother, auntie, whoever that they're living with, and kind of like, that's kind of like propping them up while they're doing their business thing and doing the entrepreneurial thing. But I think it's really weird to just focus all of your time, resources, and money and attention intention into something that is not currently working. And she said that it doesn't mean that you're never going to be a successful entrepreneur. It just means right now you need to have an actual ass job. It's common sense. People were pissed. There was one girl saying that she hopes that Tabitha Brown goes bankrupt. Girl, fuck you. How dare you say that to somebody? Was her tone wrong? Again, I don't think her tone was wrong. That's how she talks. I don't know why people were upset about it, but I really need y'all to get over yourselves. Like, seriously. There was nothing wrong with what she said at all. Somebody, well, it was Erica Campbell, the gospel singer. Y'all, this is the comments. I'm reading some of her comments. Y'all missed the whole point. Finance the dream, people. I did hair in the same background, so I even watched kids. Exactly. This can't be what, because when people heard it, like me, when I first heard about it, I was like, let me go to her page and see what's going on. And just like I was thinking, somebody said this can't be what triggered people. Like, come on. I don't know where we went wrong in society where everybody has to be an entrepreneur. Like, it's okay to have a job. It's okay to make a living from 9 to 5. This is a comment. The idea that you can't make progress if you're not. An entrepreneur is a lot. I love this message. It's not for me, but I love this message. Yeah. People were really upset. I mean, a lot of the people in her comments are really kind of like agreeing with her. Someone said all the unemployed people are upset. Period. Because hit dogs are hollering. Like, you're disgruntled, you're upset, you're offended because you're exactly who she's talking to. But then that means you need to go out and get a job, babe. All the unemployed people are upset. You ain't said nothing wrong, auntie. Have a wonderful day. Period. Yeah. And I'm not even gonna lie. In this economy, it is hard to find a job, but you got you gotta do it. I'm even looking for another job. It is hard. It is. I get it, but you can't just lean on, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, and your business isn't businessing right now. She worked her way from the bottom to where she is right now. She can speak on it. She literally experienced it. There's nothing wrong with what that lady said. Yeah. So I really just want y'all to get out of y'all feelings. It's not that deep. To the girl that said that she wished that she would go bankrupt, God don't like ugly, girl. So go ahead and get you a job. Because she's talking to you, apparently. I still fuck with Tabitha Brown. I see nothing wrong with this. I really want y'all to grow up. Okay, and more mess. Young Thug is out here acting like Lady Whistledown. When I saw people calling him Lady Whistledown, I scrapped. I screamed. I like a banshee. I hollered. So he was in jail for a while, and he, would have phone calls with people. One person in particular was Mariah the Scientist, which is his girlfriend of however many years, I don't know. And someone leaked his phone calls. Now, from what I understand, jail phone calls, like jail conversations, of course, they're always recorded, and they do tell both parties you're being recorded. So everyone knows that they're being recorded. Why he still decided to do this, I do not know. Maybe he was super in his feelings because he was in jail. I don't know. But someone leaked them. Someone leaked these phone calls, and they're just coming out back to back to back. Oh my gosh. And it's like, it's kind of hilarious. This is per theroot.com. Internet theories on who's leaking Young Thug's jail phone conversations. After being caught dissing Kendrick Lamar, Andre 3000, Glorilla, Gunna, and more, folks are still trying to figure out who is leaking Young Thug's jail phone calls and why. We know why, because he was up in there talking cash shit. His ugly self. Somebody on Thread said that he looked like the nigga from Men in Black. And I immediately thought about the alien nigga that was like drinking the sugar water. So I was like, yeah, he just need his sugar water. Poor little Tink Tink. It's not okay to make fun of people's appearances. But this nigga was calling Glorilla ugly. I think he called her ugly. And he was talking to his girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist, one of his girlfriends, Mariah the Scientist, while he was talking down on another woman. And she was just like co-signing it. But like, meanwhile, you all hugged up with her on stage and cheesing and skinning and grinning. This is not a good look for either one of them, because I know she has a new project out. I don't really listen to her music like that, but I think she has a new project out. This is not good for her. And she's been kind of quiet since all of this has happened. So let me continue. This is per theroot.com. It seems like every day there's another leaked phone conversation with rapper Young Thug. They wrote this completely wrong, and it got me sound like I don't know how to fucking read. This is what they wrote. It seems like every day another leaked phone conversation with rapper Young Thug drops. That doesn't even make any sense. Who? Okay. During the 900 days he was sitting in 900. During the 900 days he was sitting in jail, Thug seemingly spent most of his time talking to his people. But the contents of these calls is nothing that anyone could have imagined. That baby was stressed, okay? He said, fuck everybody. Now, the internet has dragged him for gossiping about Memphis rapper Glorilla and accused him of snitching. But there's one question that no one knows the answer to. And that's who the hell is leaking all these phone calls? It's probably people who work for the damn jail, because they have to review them, right? Just like the people who leaked the video of Solange slapping the shit out of Jay-Z. They worked at the hotel or wherever it was at. It's probably people who think about it. Whoever is the closest, or maybe there's somebody that is like against him, and he maybe like contacted somebody that they know that worked there. I don't know. If you've been, this is again, I'm quoting. If you've been living under a rock, we're on the fourth leaked phone call stemming from the So Much Fun artist's time in jail. Was that one of his records? And that's not including the 2-hour conversation with police where he implicates his friend in a shootout or snitching, according to many online. But all of these conversations coming out right now sure has folks online talking, giving their best theories about who could be responsible. Someone's saying they think it's the feds. Thug's still corny, but he beat a Rico. They're making sure he's humiliated. That makes sense. It could be the feds, the Atlanta government. What did he say exactly about Glorilla? He did end up apologizing. It's important to know that because these conversations happened with Young Thug in police custody, they were all recorded. This couldn't have been news to Thug, but clearly that didn't keep him from talking trash about Glorilla, Gunna, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Andre 3000, nigga. Andre 3000, nigga. What can you possibly say about... Compare J. Cole with young boy NBA. You never in your life sold more records than this boy. Fuck is you think? This nigga is weird. Like, what were you... And the people that he's talking to, they was just sitting there like, yo. Like, what the fuck? I want to see what he said about Glorilla. I think he called her... He said something about her looks. But Glorilla don't bother nobody. Like, what are you thinking? She don't bother nobody. And she's cute. This nigga looks like he's beat. He is beat. He's always been not attractive. And he was in there for 900 days, didn't lift nary a dumbbell. Nary a dumbbell, didn't do a bench press. The arrogance. And airhead women like this Mariah girl that's just like hanging on his every word, and it just gives him all of this confidence that he shouldn't have. And again, I know it's not okay to talk about people's looks. This nigga is ugly. And I think he goes both ways. Completely his life, whatever. But I think he liked both of them. He liked both of them. And that's fine. I really hope that she doesn't think that she's the only one that he's dating or talking to. There's no way that she can think that. There's absolutely no way. There's no way. I believe he's bisexual. I believe he is. Doesn't have anything to do with what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is there's no way that she really thinks that he's not sleeping around, or I think he had other girlfriends coming to visit him or some shit. Oh, this happened 7 hours ago. This is per Hot new whip, hotnewhiphop.com. Mariah the Scientist appears to address Young Thug's cheating apology on Instagram. Wait, he cheated on her? Of course. Look, listen. Why am I acting surprised? I literally just said that. Ciao. This ain't even got nothing to do with the phone calls anymore. Oh, Young Thug admitted to cheating on Mariah the Scientist. Why is her name Mariah the Scientist? Jesus! On a leaked jail phone call, and she responded to his apology. In a new jail call clip that surfaced online this week, Young Thug admitted to cheating on girlfriend Mariah the Scientist just a few days before his 2022 arrest. Shortly after this audio clip leaked, Thug took to Twitter to apologize to his partner and asked folks to leave her out of the drama as she has nothing to do with it. I know he is crashing out right now because he probably thought, oh, I'm out of jail. I'm doing the things. I'm going to get back in the studio. Niggas are going to love me again. Like, nigga, you have single-handedly like alienated yourself from the industry. I think he also said something about on one of the phone calls. He was talking about how Drake was supposed to help him get out of jail because he's Drake and Drake is from Canada. Oh, you're Drake. You should know the president. What? The delusion. He's delusional. This is his quote. This is an apology. My baby, I was wrong, and I'm sorry for what I put you through. Young Thug pinned to Mariah the Scientist. You deserved better from me. Thank you for everything, and I will do anything to make this work. You show me what love is, and I hope I haven't lost you forever. Everybody leave her out of this, please. She's an innocent girl and feels bad about all this. Please give her peace. So he does appear to be remorseful. I mean, he appears to be, I guess, to feel bad about, but you said these things. I mean, I guess he was so free with saying these things because in his mind, he thought no one's going to hear it. Yes, it's recorded, but it's recorded for internal purposes only. No one's really good. When you're a celebrity like that, why he's a celebrity, I do like some of his music. I'm not gonna lie, but why he's a celebrity, I don't know. But when you're known like that, you're a target for people to do shit like this. Like, oh, we got Thug. They're not gonna try to get like Joe Blow's recorded calls. You're a so-called celebrity. Of course they're gonna be, come on. They're gonna listen to that shit and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we're gonna leak this. This is great. Come on. This is again with the article. Mariah has seemingly responded to the apology with a couple of Instagram stories documented by Hollywood Unlocked. She posted her own song lyrics from the track Rainy Days on her newest album. Tell me love and hatred doesn't coexist. Surely I'll reply. That's what resentment is. I don't know what that means. She says in one part. She also pointed to the section of the song where she calls herself naive, not ignorant, and that she prays, quote, for love instead of common sense. Girl, is she a songwriter? What is it? I know that I posted. Someone had posted a picture of them about a month ago, and he had this like tank top on. He looked so gross. His boob was hanging out. He looked really gross and just like unflattering. A very unflattering outfit that he had on. And I was like, I wrote on Threads. I was like, "What's the appeal, girly?" Because they were standing. She was in the picture with him. I was like, "What's the appeal? Does he have cocaine in his wee wee? Like." Does he just skeet inside of you and just goes in your veins and just what is it? What is it, girly? It's unclear what that means for the future of the relationship, but it certainly does not read as the most favorable potential omen. Mariah and Thug's relationship has already faced plenty of scrutiny in the past, and a blatant admission of cheating is an unfortunate next step. She been knew he was cheating at this point. Saving his relationship may be the next thing he has to do. Leave her alone. Actually, both of y'all need to leave each other alone. Oh Lord. Somebody said the way he be dressing, I wouldn't be surprised if he cheated on her in jail. Of course he cheated on her in jail. Like I said, he liked both of them. That's his life. No judgment here. uh he looks gross. Like he looks dirty. And he had the nerve to talk about Glorilla. What did he say about Glorilla? And Glorilla was like, oh, okay. She posted something about Mariah, like, oh, okay, you was all up in my face talking about, you know, uh, how. I know she is so embarrassed. She has to be. Let me see what he wrote about Glorilla. I don't have the actual quote. He did apologize to Glorilla. This is also per hotnewhiphop.com. Young Thug apologizes to Gorilla after disrespect on jail call. Like, why? That lady don't bother nobody. That girl don't bother nobody. This is per newhiphop.com. Glorilla has been minding her business with her new boo, Brandon Ingram, but she somehow found herself in the middle of Young Thug's scandal this week. For those unaware, many alleged leaked jail call clips of him speaking ill of other artists have surfaced, as well as resurfaced snitching allegations against him. He called her ugly and undesirable while making fun of her physical features, and she seemingly clapped back with a reply on Twitter on Thursday, September 4th. This is a quote from Glorilla. Mind you, this the same nigga blowing up my phone to ask what color my eyes is. LMAO. Shortly after this shade, he took to Twitter as well to offer an apology. This is an apology from him. First of all, I'm sorry to you for my words, and I honestly don't think you're ugly at all. I was speaking from jail, just having a hard time with life. The Atlanta artist expressed, quote, I don't like bashing girls and hardly ever did. I'm sorry to you, twin. Then he had the nerve to call her twin. I know it's a saying. I know it's just a saying, but nigga, what? He had the nerve to call her twin. I'm sorry, twin. Shut up. And like, on one hand, I do understand because he's saying, I was having a hard time with life. Because I know you have to be frustrated being in jail. That's probably the most frustrating thing ever. But if I'm that frustrated, I ain't talking to nobody. But then it's like you want to talk to people from outside. You want to have that sense of like familiarity and that sense of normalcy by seeing people from outside that you care about and know. I'm thinking the fact that he was just going on a tirade about all these different people, it had to just be just pure sheer emotion, grief, you know what I mean? Just maybe depression. So I'm trying to see the other side of it. But nigga, you really messed yourself up. Like you just got out. And like, what is your, because you messing up your money at this point. Like, hopefully you were investing, you have properties, real estate, something to set for you and your kids to be set up, because you might be out of work for a while unless you have contracts or something. I don't know, but nobody's gonna want to work with you, especially the people that you talked down on, and no one's gonna forget about this. Meanwhile, Gunna is out here looking good as fuck. Gunna is looking amazing. He's taking care of himself. He's working out. It's like he's having this huge glow up in front of everyone's eyes. I think someone said, this is how God prepares your table in front of your enemies. Absolutely. So that has to have him also feeling some kind of way. But you don't just be out here talking about people like, baby. Somebody called him, a few people called him Lady Whistledown. And then somebody put the picture of Summer Walker's first album, or what was her EP or whatever, where she's on the phone. She's like, you can tell she's either talking shit or something. Somebody put his face on that. Oh my God. Took me clean the fuck out. Lady Whistledown was the killer though. That was the nail in the coffin. And then they did like AI images of him in like, I guess Bridgerton kind of like attire. Baby, when I tell you, that was just the funniest shit. But he has no room to talk about anybody. Do better, nigga. Do freaking better. Do better. Speaking of other ain't shit niggas, a lot of y'all niggas are on here talking about Russell Wilson like, I I think it was the Pivot podcast. I don't know if this was a new episode, but with the light skinned nigga that kind of looks like T.I. a little bit. I don't know who this nigga is. He was kind of doubling down on how he still thinks that Russell is lame. Nigga, who are you? Ex-football player maybe, but like Russell Wilson is a current football player. And he's married to Ciara. And she's letting him shoot her club up any chance they get. He's taking care of his children and a child that's not even biologically his. Speaking of which, it also was brought to light that Ciara actually she officially changed the name of her son to Wilson. This is per theroot.com. Russell Wilson's latest move with his stepson, Future, has the internet acting petty again. NFL star Wilson has been a father to Ciara's son Future for years, but this newly revealed change has some folks in their feelings. Why? Because Future pretty much relinquished his rights to this little boy. He doesn't care about this child. So why do y'all care? Again with the article, Ciara and Russell Wilson have had a blended family for nearly 10 years. The Goody singer has a son, Future Zaire Wilburn. I still don't understand why she named this baby Future. That's not even that man's real fucking name. You could have just changed his whole name. You could have took the opportunity. And he's how old is he? He has to be about 11, 12, I don't know, 10, whatever. He can understand. Let's just change your whole name. What do you want your name to be? You can pick it out. Anyway, the Goody singer has a son, Future Zaire Wilburn, from her previous relationship with rapper Future. While Cece and Wilson would go on to have 3 more children together, the family of 6 is now the family of 6. Why are y'all acting like y'all don't know how to write these articles? Jesus. I know I'm not singing things. The family of 6 is now all share the same name. And folks on social media are feeling some type of way about it. TheRoot.com. Are y'all hiring? Because I feel like I can write these articles. People got a clue earlier this in the week after Wilson reposted a picture of his wife, daughter Sienna, and little Future spending time together in the U.S. Open to his Instagram stories. He put Mrs. Ciara Wilson, Future Wilson, and Sienna Wilson. He captioned the post along with 3 heart emojis, period. Period. That is his son. He has taken that little boy under his wing. That is his son. If Future don't care about it, y'all shouldn't care about it. Why are y'all in y'all feelings? And for the men that are saying that he's lame, he's corny, how is he lame and corny? Because he's taking care of his children and his family? A lot of men have been conditioned to believe that toxicity and toxic masculinity and being aloof and acting nonchalant and being just overall toxic is cool. Acting like you really don't care about a woman is cool. Playing games with a woman's head is cool. Having multiple women is a cool thing. You're a cool guy. You're a cool dude. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Like, this man is doing everything that he's supposed to be doing as a father and a husband, and then some. And then some. This is like a really weird society that we live in. Grown ass men are calling other grown-ass men who are responsible, who boldly love their wives out loud, who don't hide their family from their social media feed. We don't have to guess if Russell Wilson is married to Ciara. We fucking know. Almost every post that she has when she's looking amazing, he's right there in the comments talking about baby number 5. He loves that woman. He loves his kids. And this is not something that he should be celebrated for, but because that's what you're supposed to do if you have a family. I mean, that's what I would assume. But it's a stark contrast to what a lot of men deem to be cool or in style or whatever. It's just being a half-ass parent, co-parent, not even knowing what grade your fucking kids are in. You know what I mean? Watching your own children babysitting. Those are the kind of niggas that are calling him corny. And it's just fucking ridiculous. It's insane. Yeah, people are in their feelings, whatever. Some idiot on Twitter wrote this. Russ calling him future Wilson was petty, and nobody can tell me different. If you're president of a child's life, you don't have to compete. You don't have to compete. Your actions will show the child who's really involved and who's not. That post was corny. How was it corny when that's officially his fucking name? The child's name was changed because the father didn't want to have anything to do with the child. In order for that to happen, he has to give some kind of permission, right? Future, this is the idiot again. Future and Russ are corny for this ongoing battle. There's no battle. Russell Wilson isn't battling anyone. He's simply saying, this is my family and these are their names. Now, did he do it intentionally? Probably. But so the fuck what? So what? Y'all are so weird. Someone else said, I would never allow some bull like that to go down, nor would I want to take a man name from his child. And some people were praising him. I absolutely love and adore the way Russell Wilson has taken baby Future as his own in every way possible. Period. The hate y'all have for Russell Wilson for being a father to Future Wilson when his real daddy clearly ain't shit is weird as fuck. You'd think y'all be happy for the young lad, especially all you fatherless black men. Applaud that man and cut it out. Exactly. Y'all, a lot of y'all niggas are just so... And I blame the patriarchy. I blame toxic masculinity, this male machismo, like whatever. Like, a lot of y'all niggas don't even care about your kids. You don't. You don't even care about your kids. You don't know what grade they're in. You don't know what their teacher's name is. You probably don't even know where their school is because the wife or the girlfriend or the baby mama is doing everything. You probably haven't been to not one teacher parent conference. But all y'all care about is how it looks to other men, because y'all think y'all care more about what other men think than about what your own fucking son thinks. And Future posted something last week talking about, I don't give a fuck, congratulations. That baby can see that. He can see it right now. He can read. He can see that. He can see that you said you don't give a fuck. He can see that you said that. That you don't give a fuck that this man took him under his wing and gave him his name. And this man cares about him in a way that you don't. Imagine how that's going to make him feel. You don't care. Somebody else wrote, Twitter niggas haven't stopped crying about Russell Wilson and Little Future since Russ and Ciara started dating. Yep. Russ can't take him to ball games, can't call him his son, can't show him any kind of love. Y'all niggas want Russ and Little Future beefing like Melvin and Jody. Period. They hate to see not only a black woman being loved the way she should be loved after having a very toxic and just, whatever situation with Future, their God, their fuck nigga God. They hate to see a man loving this woman so profoundly and just so boldly and so sincere. Like, you can just tell he sincerely loves his wife. Go fucking figure. A man who actually cares about his wife and kids and loves them, and they hate to see it. I don't know. I really want y'all niggas to heal. Like, I really want y'all to go to therapy. Again, I know I still have not found a therapist. I don't know if I mentioned this. I'm getting way off topic, but not really. I went to a new doctor a couple months ago, a nurse practitioner, black lady, pretty cool, whatever. I did mention that I had some anxiety, things like that. So they set me up with a caseworker came in, asked me a few questions. They set me up with talk therapy. And I'm like, cool, yeah, I'm available on Friday at whatever time. And so I get a notification the day before, a reminder about the talk therapy session, and I completely forgot about it. And I see this white lady's face. I guess she was supposed to be the therapist I was supposed to be talking to. And I was like, shit. I forgot to tell this lady, how do you tell somebody, I don't really want to see a white person? Like, I don't want a white therapist. I don't want a white woman therapist. I just don't. Call me whatever you want. I don't want a white therapist. I don't want a white female therapist. I don't. Not in these times. I just don't want to. So I canceled it. I swiftly went to the confirmation and I canceled it. And I said in my mind that I was going to look again for another one. I still haven't done that. But I am going to get a therapist. But either way, y'all niggas need therapy for real. This nigga that's been online, I think he's in the UK, Ginger J or whatever his name is. Ginger something. Ginger J. He looks like a leprechaun, a black leprechaun. What is this nigga's name? Ginger J. J. He has been all over the internet just acting a plumb fool. Like he had a complete crash out meltdown. Some kind of, I think it's a some kind of UK dating game or something. So he's a real he's an actual thing. He must be an influencer or something. Influencer in the UK. Ugh. His stature, his features, his skin tone, he reminds me of someone that I dated. His demeanor, like the anger, the angst, he was flipping out on these black women. I don't know what caused it, but he was just like flipping out on them. He was like having a crash out. If there were no cameras and the woman that he was speaking to primarily that he was arguing with, if they were alone, he probably would have put his hands on her. Like that's just how aggressive he was being. And he's like, I don't like black women and blah 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 and black women and I have an Asian queen and blah blah blah. And so apparently he's a popular person. He has 21,000 followers on Instagram. gingerj.ent. I'm going somewhere with this because I know I'm still talking about Future and all of that. He knows Rotimi. So I guess he's an influencer, whatever, does the skits, does the things. But he was on this show and he was just crashing out talking about how he doesn't date black women. And he was telling the girl, take your wig off. And all the other men were like laughing. And I'm like, he clearly has some kind of emotional issues or some kind of trauma that is directly tied to a black woman in his life, i.e. his mama. He hates black women. He was like, black women feel so entitled, treat me like a queen. Why do I have to treat you? And blah, blah, blah. And so there was a video that surfaced today, or I saw it today, when he was crashing out after the crash out, like behind the scenes after he left the show or whatever. He's like still back there just flipping the fuck out, bamming his hand on the tables. And he was like, how can you say I hate black women when I came from a black woman? My mother is an empress. I don't know what that means in that context. But I don't like the way she moves and blah, 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 blah. So you have mommy issues. So that pretty much summarizes why you're acting like a complete ass. He needs therapy. Y'all niggas need therapy. Y'all niggas who think that crashing out like that and just flipping out over black women is funny and it's cool and whatever, y'all need fucking therapy. Future needs therapy. All the niggas who follow him need therapy. Go to hell. Leave that man and that lady alone. Because she was on the Breakfast Club a week or so ago and they were like talking about, what do you think about the men who are calling him corny? And she looked around, she said, well, who are these men? Who are these men? What kind of men are we talking about? Let's start there. Period. Yes. So whatever. So Aaron Pierre is a father. Hello. Didn't see that coming at all. He's a father. Apparently he has a son. He posted a picture of him and his son holding hands. And yeah, he's a dad. I don't know how old his son is. Maybe he could be, I'm guessing by the size of his hand, I want to say maybe 10, maybe less. Probably not a teenager. Probably almost into his preteens. I don't fucking know. But again, a father who seems to be very proud of his offspring. And of course, he's not showing the face because he doesn't have to. People could say, oh, dang, I didn't know he was a daddy. Like, look at him. Of course, he done shot somebody club up. So yeah, Aaron, this is per thegrill.com. Aaron Pierre sparks frenzy with cryptic posts. Is the Mufasa star a dad? With facelift photos and a caption reading Sunshine, Sonshine. The Mufasa actor Aaron Pierre may have just introduced his son to the world. And Tiana was she commented the boys or something like that under the so of course she knows his son. I'm pretty sure they've been around each other's children at this point. So that was cute. Yeah. People were in a frenzy, child. But I didn't really see anybody like upset or whatever, because why would you be upset about somebody else's wife? A lot of people were just like shocked. Somebody asked, Mufasa, you a daddy? Others also teased Pierre's breakout role as Mufasa in the 2024 Lion King film, adding, "You mean to tell me there's a Simba?" So people were like playfully kind of like responding to it, which was cool. While some speculated that Pierre was sub I cannot say this word subtly announcing fatherhood, others wondered if the post was teasing a new project. Either way, the comment that really turned heads came from Tiana Taylor, the actor's girlfriend who wrote The Boys, suggesting she was already in the loop. I don't think it's for a project, because he literally wrote Sunshine in the caption. I don't think it's for a project. I think that's really his son. And I think someone said that he had his son with a white woman, which I wouldn't be surprised. This is per the Griot. Despite becoming a trending topic for both his work and his charm, Pierre has long guarded his privacy. Before his relationship with Taylor went public, much of his personal life felt like an enigma to fans. I don't know. I think he might regret being so out in public with Tiana, and with now people knowing he has a kid. Like, I don't know. I think he might regret it. But he's getting bigger and bigger. Like, his star is getting bigger and bigger. He's a pretty decent actor. He's gorgeous. He'll be in this industry for as long as I'm sure, as long as he can. Even if he has a scandal or two, like, he's going to be in this industry for a really long time, I think. And this is great. He has a kid, and ain't nothing wrong with that. If niggas ain't gonna do anything, gonna have babies. I mean, we just talked about Future. If the niggas ain't gonna do nothing in their life, they gonna have some children. Okay? Huh? So I already know at 42, about to be 43, I already know that whoever I end up with, if I end up with anyone, they're gonna have some kids. So hopefully they're like in college or some shit, like grown. But yeah, it is, because they gonna have some children. Okay, that's good. That's cute. Yeah, Aaron Pierre, that's a father. People are so stupid. And this Ginger J nigga, he really looks like someone that I dated. So I guess he's Jamaican. And he does like these skits and stuff. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my content shit together. I really never thought that I would be a content creator person, but I've been kind of like led to it, I guess. I know that sounds so corny, but I really feel like I need to kind of like get out of the shadows, kind of get my business out there, get eyes on my business, and just kind of get out of my box, my comfort zone. But I can't do this shit where y'all dancing and stuff and doing all this shit. Like, I don't, call me too cool for school, but the dancing skits and all of that, like, this shit is exhausting. Like, it's exhausting just sitting in front of a camera and just talking about shit, sitting on a pot. Like, this shit is, it's tiring. How do y'all do this? He's like, he has these different clips where he's dancing and doing this stupid shit. Ugh. Anyways, he's a loser. Oh, he's a comedian. Ugh. If y'all could see the video of him crashing out, it's terrifying. Like, so there's something really wrong with him, and a lot of people in the comments were like, "Okay, he has mommy issues." That more than makes sense now. Ginger J, go away. They're right. Purr. Oh, also, Rolling Ray passed away. Rolling Ray, was that his name? I wasn't an Uber fan, but I do remember seeing clips of him in the like. And he passed away. I think it was last week. I think I heard he had pneumonia. I don't know if that's true. I apologize if it's not. He passed away on the 3rd of September, the day before Beyonce's birthday. And he was like a really huge fan of Beyonce. He said that they knew each other's child. She sent him a card and flowers. She said, "I'm just checking up on you like I always do." Uh, Let me see if she put him on her website, because she usually puts those who passed away on her website. But that was really sad to hear that he passed away, 28 years old. Wow. Let me see. Her what? Oh, whoever does. She put Armani on here. Giorgio Armani passed away too. Boo. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Death is a serious thing, and I'm sorry, but he was probably really racist. I'm just guessing. Is that it? Oh, she has a picture of him, and then the website doesn't do anything else. I know that. Okay, there it is. It's scrolling. I don't see anything about Rolling Ray. I'm pretty sure she'll put him on there at some point. Yeah. So rest in peace to him. I condolences to his family. He seemed like such a character, but like a good, like lighthearted, you know. Yeah. Her. Oh, what else here? Another death. I wasn't really super following up on this. I was seeing it here and there. Because I try not to really get into like, it's just depressing and it's sad. It makes me think of my niece and nephews. I think my niece is around this young girl's age. I don't know. Dakara Thompson. She was missing. How old was she? Well, she was 19, so she's way younger than my niece. My niece is like 27. She was missing for a while. I think August 22nd. There was an update. They found her body. Dakara Thompson, this is per theroot.com. Dakara Thompson left her dad's house to gas up her car on August 22nd. After days of searching, after she didn't return, the 19-year-old has been found. So she just went to go get gas. I'm thinking that she met this man on a date. I don't know why I thought that. That was just my first. Maybe because she kind of reminded me of the other beautiful black girl who was murdered. I think she met some white guy on some dating app or something. And my mind just immediately went there, but that's totally not the case. It looks like she was just kidnapped or something. Dakara Thompson left her father's house for a late-night gas station run over 2 weeks ago in Maryland. She never returned home, prompting police and her family to search high and low for her. Now, after days of searching, there's a devastating update in the case. The Root previously reported that Thompson, 19, left her dad's Lanham home in Prince George County on the night of August 22nd. When she didn't come back home, her father discovered her 2013 white Ford Edge in front of a fire hydrant parked in the wrong direction. In Hyattsville, 6 miles away from with her belongings inside. Her mother, Carmen, encouraged her to do whatever you have to get out of your situation, and you could get somewhere and you let somebody know you need help. So she wasn't able to do that. Surveillance footage per detectives showed Thompson walking to a parking lot behind a Family Dollar store on University Boulevard in Langley Park area early August 23rd. She was walking to a parking lot behind a Family Dollar store. Why was she doing that? Is that where the gas station was? That sounds strange. She was seen approaching a black. Oh, so she wasn't really going to get no gas. She was out doing something else, maybe? She was seen approaching a black Yukon Denali, and after speaking to the driver for a minute, she got into the car and was driven to a yellow house on Cambridge Drive in Bowie, Maryland. Bowie. Sorry. Maryland State Police discovered a naked body on a. Oh. So she didn't really go out to get gas. Or maybe she did, and maybe she met up with someone that she maybe knew or something. Oh, they found her body on a riverbank off route. I don't want to read this. Oh my God. They found her on August 31st. A man named Hugo Hernandez Mendez, who police believe was the driver, was charged with first and second-degree murder on September 5th for Thompson's death. He's an illegal alien, quote unquote. You know, MAGA's gonna have a field day with that. But he killed a black girl, so maybe not. From Guatemala per ICE, reportedly had access to the SUV and lived in the house's bedroom where the killing allegedly occurred. Jesus, why did she get into the car with this man? Did her car break down or no? That doesn't make any sense. The home on Cambridge Drive was searched by police when a mattress propped outside was discovered. Local station NBC4 reported a woman who called herself Hernandez Mendez's cousin said she was unaware a crime was allegedly committed here. Evidence indicates Thompson was killed in a bedroom. So, my God, Jesus. According to court documents, police believe the killer, 35, threw Thompson's body off a bridge. It's unclear whether he and Thompson, a St. Charles High School graduate, who worked for a nonprofit service program for recent graduates, knew each other. So it's not clear if they knew each other, but maybe they did. Maybe they did know each other. Why would she just get in the car with him? He remains in police custody without bond, and investigators have received limited cooperation from him. The suspect was previously arrested and charged for a DUI in April, but was released pending trial. Jesus. She's so pretty. She just graduated. Thoughts and prayers to her family. This is just so sad. My God. I don't have any good news. I really was looking for it. Maybe I didn't look hard enough. I feel like I need some good news after that. Hmm. The last thing I have on here is why the hell is Cynthia Erivo playing Shaka Khan? She can't be really playing Shaka Khan. She can't. I think it's just a rumor. That might be good news because it's gonna make me chuckle. And Cynthia Erivo, don't get me wrong, is a great actress, but why does she have to play all of these American icons? I don't like the fact that she looks emaciated. I can't stand looking at her. I know that sounds really mean. She looks so healthy. Now she just looks like a damn skeleton. She intentionally shaved her eyebrows off or bleached them or whatever the fuck. And she can sing her face off, but why does she have to play Shaka Khan? Why does she have to do that? I don't think she's really doing that. Let me see. Is Cynthia Erivo playing Shaka Khan? Why? Okay, thank you, Jesus. AI Google says Cynthia Erivo is not playing Shaka Khan. Probably could have did that before I got up on here to run in my fucking mouth. Rumors circulated in late August 2025 that Erivo was cast in a Shaka Khan biopic, but the musician's representative quickly shut them down. Thank you. Because, girlie, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If somebody's giving her these opportunities, if she's getting these opportunities because of her talent and all that, I get it. Because she is talented, like I said. But, like, and then there was something about her talking about Black Americans back in the day. There's a full on movie poster here, but then again, it could very well be AI. It does look like it's AI. She looks very healthy in this poster, not like how she looks now. Okay, so that's that. Okay, she's not playing Shaka Khan, guys. We can all sleep tonight because I mean, girl, why? There's so many American actresses who, and the thing is with Hollywood, I don't know anything about Hollywood because, whatever, why would I? But I just gather that with Hollywood that they want to go with people who are already well known to draw people in. Unknown artists and actors or whatever, they're not going to draw people in. They're not. So I get it. But anyway, thank you. She's not playing Shaka Khan. I really the weird ish for this week. I wanted to talk about my obsession lately with watching near death experiences on YouTube and outer body experiences on YouTube. I've been obsessed lately with watching, every once in a while I would watch them anyway, but recently I've just been really like into them. And they're just so fascinating. A lot of them are like an hour and change long. So I'm just sitting there when I'm really doing like busy work on my computer or something. I'm just watching these stories that these people have, all kinds of people, black, white, whatever. And a lot of them have like the same kind of things happening to them. It's like, do I believe in afterlife? Of course. Of course, that's why I like watching these, because it just gives you so much insight on what's possible, and it's very, very fascinating. If you're interested, just go to YouTube, search NDEs or OBEs. Out of body experiences are when you are like astral projecting. Like some people can actually put themselves in a state where their actual soul, their essence, their body is comes out of their physical body, and they're able to fly around and just they can go in same real time, and they can look in on other people, they can help people, they can, it's fucking insane. Like people can do it on cue intentionally. There's like these different practices you do. I don't know if it's like a form of meditation. It's fucking crazy. And then even people, when you're not even trying to, you're astral projecting in your sleep anyway in most cases. Yeah, so that's weird-ish. I kind of want to go into deeper thought and conversation with myself. I want to at one point go into a deeper conversation about it, but overall I'm just really fascinated with, this is a few of the things like with the near death experiences. A lot of people, the things that I've noticed that people are saying that are have in common is there's no judgment. Like the God that we know from the Bible and everything, it's not exactly the same. Like there's no judgment. There's no vengeful God. There's no judgment. And a lot of people, when they die, they are immediately taken to their life review. There's so many people who say that as soon as they leave their body, there's some kind of tunnel, and then they're taken into a life review where there's these screens and they're all flashing, and it's showing different things that happen in your life. This one woman was like, they played something back to her where she said something mean to her mom or something like that, and then she could feel the way her mom felt or some shit like that. I was like, what the fuck? Then this man, this black guy, he was a gang member. He got shot and he went to hell. He went directly to hell. And he was saying how they were like these gargoyle or like monster looking niggas, and they were like torturing people, and they were ripping off their limbs, and then the people's limbs would grow back and they would rip them off again. It sounds absurd. It does. And then I guess you could explain it away and say, well, your brain chemistry is different when you're in that state and maybe you're hallucinating or whatever. Absolutely not. There are so many different things going on simultaneously around us. This 3D world, this world that we're currently in, it's not everything that there is. There's more to life. Everything that makes us alive, our essence, our energy is energy, and it can't be created or destroyed. It's consistent, it's continuous. Like the eternity symbol, it's continuous, there's no end to it. So when you die, your energy, your essence, it goes somewhere. Do I believe in heaven or hell? Not necessarily. I mean, I guess you could say the man who went to hell, he did say there were fire pits. He said there were fire pits from as far as the eye can see. And then he said there was like these mountains, and they were so high, higher than your eyes could see, and there's jail cells in this whole mountain all the way up to, and there's giants, and it sounds mystical and magical and terrifying. And then the people who went to what I guess you could say is heaven, they talk about how everything is just so beautiful, and the plants and the flowers, it's like everything is breathing, like beautiful music, overwhelming sense of love, like something that's just like, and you can't even comprehend it. And a lot of people, when they're being brought back to life, are angry, like, I don't want to be here, let me go back. Like, I don't know, it just really makes you think about, it really makes you think. about your own mortality, your families, and like what they've experienced. So, like my dog that passed away in February, what did he experience? Like what, it really just makes you think. And yeah, I've really been into watching these near death experiences, outer body experiences. I'm really interested about the outer body experience, but I am not interested enough to where I would actually do it because that's a kind of a dangerous game to play. When you're astral projecting, from what I understand and what I've seen people say, if you don't believe that you can be harmed by another soul or whatever out there, then you're fine. But if you go into it afraid that you're going to be basically killed, because we're all, our essence, our energy, there's a cord connected to it. And if that cord is severed, you basically can die. If you don't know what you're doing, you can basically just not come back, which means you're dead. And some people, I guess, like one of the guys I saw in an interview, he was like, he had a family, he had kids and stuff, and he was like, he was intentionally doing it. It took him months and months and months to finally get it, but he was intentionally astral projecting and going into different realms and just experiencing different things. And at one point he was like, I don't really want to come back, but then I had to think about my kids, because if I don't come back, they're going to wake up to my dead body. So it's just so fascinating. So anyway, that's weird-ish for the week. Outer body experiences, OBEs and NDEs. If it sounds interesting to you, check it out. It's really interesting. I wholeheartedly believe it. I don't believe that it's some kind of scientific thing. Like I always say, if you believe in God, you have to believe in these things. We're all just pieces of God. We're all spiritual beings having a human experience. There's so many other life forms out there that look nothing like us. There's so many other things out there. So anyway, TV and Teens is next, and not too much on TV and Teens. I literally just watched the first episode of the first season of Interview with the Vampire from the 2022, and I was always seeing this around, like ads and stuff for it, and I was like, okay, it looks like it's a black guy, whatever. My sister told me about it. She sent me the poster for the new season because I guess she thought I was already watching it. I was like, I haven't watched it. She said, you have to watch it. 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, I'm gonna watch it. And I like it so far. I've only watched the first episode of the first season, so I'm actually, and it seems pretty good. So I'm really interested in what's to come with that. I also finished The Hunting Wives. I don't know if I talked about that last episode. The Hunting Wives on Netflix. It's really good. The plot was good. Surprise ending, first season. I don't know if it's gonna have a second season. There was a lot of sex. It was to the point where it was kind of unnecessary. At a certain point, it's like, okay. A lot of people I saw complaining about the amount of sex that was in this. It was just kind of like, okay. I really think that a lot of these directors, producers, whatever, I really do believe that they have some kind of like, it's just the writers, whatever. Like, y'all really want to see this shit. Like, y'all want to see it. Y'all want to see like two people that are supposed to be in high school fucking. You know what I mean? Like, y'all really want to see that shit. It's a lot, but it's good. Pretty sure you've heard about it. If you haven't, it's pretty good. It's on Netflix. It's called The Hunting Wives. So yeah, that is what I've been watching on TV and Teens. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I will try to get more consistent with my posting and recording. I don't know. If not every week, every other week is what I've been doing, but I need to actually figure out exactly when I'm going to be doing this shit. Because life just be lifing, and I don't know. I really hope that people are listening to it. I do see my insights, and I don't have any follows yet, but I listen to podcasts all the time and I forget to follow them. So if y'all niggas are still listening to this, thank you. And that's it. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye, niggas.